Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trendscenter app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. Okay. On the Trendscenter app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from the top betting experts. Choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when these systems have games. Download the app for free using the link in our description and get a free 2-week premium trial using the code TFTM. The normal free trial is 3 days. Kind of a big deal. Upgrade your sports betting research today. Okay, let's get into the show. Thursday, and NCAA basketball is officially over. We're in the I don't know if I'd say dark times because there is football on, and Chris is having a blast doing that. I know, and people like golf and the Masters and things, but it feels like the off season to the to the college basketball and the NFL. Feels like the off season for, I don't know, regular people, but
the big events are like over.
Yeah.
After the Masters,
yeah, after the Masters, it's like the big events are over.
It's pretty much just baseball until September.
Well, you got June. June's a pretty big month for NBA and NHL.
Oh, yeah, I get, yeah.
But
duh. I don't really bet on the NBA or NHL, so that's my personal stupidity showing.
That's all I've been betting on these past 2 days is the NBA and the NHL.
I dabble, but it's not my every day.
Yeah, well, I continue to be the coldest baseball gambler on the planet, so I'm just staying away for the foreseeable future.
It's not a bad play. I mean, the season just started, so gotta build up those stats to go off of. But
Correct.
Yes, how are we doing since last week, Chris? I'm gonna start with you.
Doing pretty good. Doing all right in baseball. Of course, if you follow us on Twitter, you saw double unit play on UConn hit in the Natty. That was fun. It's also this is my personal bias. It's always fun watching Purdue just get smacked around. I had a very fun evening watching that, and then baseball's been all right. We're doing okay. We're doing all right. We're hanging in there.
Oh yes, Sean, how's it hanging?
Well, I am undefeated on days where an eclipse occurs. So 2024 or 2044, book it. Tail all my bets.
Is that nothing. Dating back to what, when was the last one?
2016, before I could gamble and also before legalized gambling was available. Yeah.
Before I could gamble, before it was legal. All these are just nuanced. What are we talking
about? Well, we bet responsibly, Chris.
Now.
But yeah, undefeated on days where an eclipse occurs, and I also did pretty well yesterday. Trendscenter had a NBA over trend that was active on 3 games. Took all 3, parlayed all 3. That hit. That was awesome. I think I did get one of the lines slightly lower, and it just barely went over. It was the Pistons 76ers game. But shout out Trendscenter because it helped me a lot yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I since last week I'm up almost 4 units. Just kind of been feeling out baseball, using some trends and betting on UConn. I think I had an MGM profit boost, so I just used that on UConn. Um, Felt like free money. So yeah,
UConn's been free money the last 2 years in the tournament.
yeah. So I did bet on NC State to cover against Purdue. That did not work.
Yeah, me too.
It did kind of feel like that sort of moment where, oh yes, they're an 11 seed. This is why they can't win against one seeds. Um, so that was kind of the moment where we're back to reality. It's here. It's 1v1, one seed versus one seed, um, which is kind of like these are the two best teams, which you
Oh
can't
yeah.
really say that every year. You can't say that happens every year. So overall, the tournament was fine. Um, some cool shit happened, um, but the things that sort of we predicted that would happen happened. I guess man, my brain is all over the place right now. There weren't a lot of upsets like there were last year, where it was just a upset fest, where FDU made the run. What was it? A bunch of
See,
teams. Yeah.
FAU went to the Final Four, and FAU San Diego State was the Final Four matchup. See, yeah, and I get it. There weren't as many upsets, but I feel like the same people who are complaining that there weren't as many upsets this year are the same people who are complaining that there were too many upsets last year. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be perfect every year. I'm sick of the people whenever the tournament is not just balls to the wall entertainment for a month straight, or just like, it was mid. It's like, no, shut up. You just don't care about college basketball. Because this tournament, like, from a casual standpoint, yes, I get, was very average. But we did get some great games. I mean, UConn Purdue, I mean, it was the two best teams all season.
Mm-hmm.
You could argue Houston, but I would say Purdue would beat Houston head to head. I would say that. I don't like to say that, but I would. And we got the Cinderella run at NC State. Clemson made a fun run. Oakland, big upset. We had some good moments throughout, but the teams who were supposed to win won, and we got the games we wanted. So I don't know. I'm tired of people saying every year if the tournament isn't just perfect that it's average, and pisses me off. So that's my
Yeah.
soapbox.
It when I say like the tournament was okay, like sure it was okay, but also it's the tournament, which means that
Exactly.
it's awesome. Like,
Yes, it's always going to be awesome. It's college basketball, especially the first two weekends. The first weekend, but really the first two are always incredibly entertaining. So shut up with that. It was average. It wasn't. It's always awesome. It's just not as spectacular as some years.
mm-hmm. It's kind of like have to have some perspective, you know. It's like, is this
And
an F on the awesome scale? Well, you can't give it an F because it's awesome.
but also what do people want for it to be like a perfect tournament then? Because when Cinderellas go too far, then it's like, okay, well, no one wants to see St. Peter's in the Elite Eight when they got beat by 30 against UNC. But it's like, okay, well, we had Oakland was probably the biggest upset in the first round, and they lose to NC State in the second round. People aren't happy with that. It's like, okay, well, what do you want then? I just what is the perfect tournament, quote unquote? Then, I'm tired of people shitting on the tournament, especially when it is my favorite time of the year.
Yes, it's.
I think the tournament is fine just as it unfolds. It is madness. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. You can't change it. So just fucking deal with it and stop complaining all the time.
No, you're right.
It's always madness. But yeah, tournament's over. You know what? Some people call it mid. I had a great time. And you know what? I'll always have a great time because it's madness. Madness. Okay. So the tournament's over, which means we're at the time of the year where it's NFL draft season and also the Masters season. Now, I'm just going to get into the Masters really fast and just say I'm not even going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to golf. Chris knows what I'm talking about. He's been golfing with me. I have no clue what I'm doing. I just hit the ball.
Well,
but
playing golf and watching golf are two very different things.
Some would say. But MGM gave me a free bet, free $5. I put it on Tiger to make the top 20, plus 350. Lock it in, I guess. Not very confident.
Hope and pray. You locked it in, but now you're like hope and pray.
That's who lock it in, I guess, is the terminology.
No. I did bet on Tiger to make the cut, which he is the most popular player to make the cut, but I just had to throw something on the Masters just to show that I acknowledge that it is happening.
Just to feel it.
Just to kind of feel it, yeah.
Just to be a part of it.
Just to feel something.
Now that the tournament is over. Chris, I know you were talking about golf in the group chat. I did not follow it at all, but feel free to chime in.
I'm taking. There's a DK boost where it's Scotty Scheffler, Hideki Matsuyama, and John Rahm to make the cut. Just to make the cut, just to make it to the weekend, plus 100. That is Scotty Scheffler, number one golfer in the world. John Rahm, last year's Masters winner, and Hideki Matsuyama, very good golfer. I do not know exactly. I am a very much casual golf fan in terms of watching. So I don't know where exactly in the world he ranks, but he is very good. So just all three of them make the cut at even odds. I think that I don't want to say free money because I feel like it's a trap because it's a boost, but it felt too good to pass up. So I took that at plus 100. I don't hate. I mean, my heart doesn't hate Tiger top 20 just because I know he's not a good guy. I know he's not. I still like him. I still like Tiger. I know he's just in his past, he may have atoned for his sins, but sleazeball. But I still like him. Great golfer. He just always gets hurt. I feel like every time he's in a major tournament, he withdraws. Like, oh, it's my back. Oh, it's my knee. Which I get. He's had serious injuries. I get it. But, like, stop teasing me. Like, if you're hurt, retire.
This year, it might be his balls.
Yeah, they're all full.
Yeah.
Oh. I was wondering what you were talking about.
Yeah. He might have to leave for heavy balls syndrome.
Which a recovering sex addict, like, very brave of you to abstain from sex to prepare for the Masters tournament. Very brave. You give inspiration.
I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake.
You got to be sharp.
I'm not saying he has to go out. I'm not saying he has to go out and fuck a Hooters waitress every night. But when he was on top of the world, that he was slinging it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not saying go get some strange in a parking lot every night, but like you gotta have a release.
Yeah.
The
gotta
numbers
you gotta
don't lie. There is
they
a
don't, though.
pie chart somewhere where like it overlaps Tiger not good at golf, Tiger not having sex. There's an overlap.
Yeah.
He's too heavy.
I'm just saying.
Hall of Fame dong slinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I really know about the Masters. I will say, like every TikTok I see about like the Masters and like the people there, it's like this has immaculate vibes. Like the vibes surrounding the Masters is just like, oh, this is like this is like peak dudes rock, but less like the other side of the dudes rock coin where it's the dudes rock that are violent, but then the other side is like this is the Masters. We respect each other. Sort
Well,
of.
yeah, as golf tournaments go, one of the sides you're describing is the Waste Management
Yes.
Invitational,
Yes.
and the other side is the Masters.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. Like,
Yes.
oh, did y'all see I'm sure they do it every year, but did y'all see like the prices for like the food?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
like
best.
it's so cheap. I thought that shit would be like $1 million.
I mean,
No.
it literally costs like your second born child to get into the damn thing.
I'm
So
I'm sure, but like
so
still, you
the
could get
least
a
you can do is charge $4 for a pimento cheese sandwich.
fair enough. But I don't know, all these wealthy people walking around, I assume that they'd hike the prices up a little bit, not where some common street folk could just come and buy a breakfast sandwich for $2.
Common
I
street
mean,
folk ain't getting anywhere near Augusta. They have snipers all around that place. Like, you look like you're middle class. I'm going to shoot you in the head.
looking out for polos. Who's not wearing a polo? It's tradition, man. Just $2 for a pimento cheese, or however. I didn't see the graphic this year, but I've seen it before, and it's looks awesome. Looks like a good time.
Yeah. I was
Um,
just dumbfounded by the price, just all these wealthy people walking around. It's like they're still only charging $2 for sandwiches and stuff. That's crazy.
it's it's one of the top things in events. Like I can't think of any others. Wait,
Well,
aren't the concessions in like the Atlanta stadium like super low too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
like their whole point. Yeah.
I don't
Like
know if
That
there's like a overlap for like the reason of that, but yeah, the Falcons Stadium, yeah, they're dirt cheap.
oh yeah, you can get like a tall boy because I did this at Metallica when I saw them. It was like I think you get like a 24 ounce for like $7, which like anywhere else, like if you go to Nissan Stadium for the Titans, it's like 12, 13, or maybe even higher.
yeah,
It's about, yeah, roughly that.
yeah, that's awesome. Um, okay. I mean, so next topic, I mean the draft. We've kind of already discussed it, but I would be pretty surprised that if we didn't take a tackle. I don't know. I have really nothing else to add. It's I think the draft is in 2 weeks. It's not next week, but it's the week
There's
after.
really no new information.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, we're kind of in the wait and see. We're 2 weeks before because isn't it on the 24th?
I believe so.
uh, maybe.
So
24th.
it's 2 weeks to the day. Yeah, we're kind of in the wait and see, like a week before, like 5 days before, there'll be a bunch of shit hitting the fan. So yeah, right
Hmm.
now we're waiting on the shit to hit the fan.
Yeah, lots of mock drafts coming out. Um, I got to be honest. One thing I really really hate about mock drafts is when they try to mock up trades. Like That's just
Exactly.
adds so many more variables to this fake thing that you created. I don't know. That's just
Exactly.
it's just
It
more
makes no
shit to keep
sense.
up with. And
When
it's
like
infuriating.
Mel Kiper and like the when Mel Kiper and like the experts do it, I guess I get it. It's like you kind of have to like they do like 20 of these things, so you gotta throw in some trades. But like when I see like just people on Twitter, like, oh yeah, the Dolphins will trade up for this. It's like you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, shut up! What the Dolphins are going to trade their third round pick in 2026 to like you have no idea what these guys are going to do. So unless you're Mel Kiper Jr. or Tom McShay, shut the hell up on it. And even then, I don't love hearing them spouting off like this is my 15th mock draft and this is what I have. It's like I don't need to, just let me know what you got the day before the draft, and then I'll go off that.
Mm-hmm.
I
This
just
is
like
Mel
I don't like.
Kiper's season, though. This is his Super Bowl. So I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know. Everybody's got a thing. Got to give it to him. Everybody pays attention.
yeah, I guess.
More power to him. Um,
I'm not the biggest Mel Kiper fan.
I mean, he's fine.
I
I'm
mean,
not
like
sure anyone is,
I don't know.
or most people.
I'm just like, are we really listening like to this guy like every year? Like, how
He
many? How
knows
many?
he knows more than like Stephen A. So I'll listen
Yeah,
to him. He knows
give me
more
that.
than most people, but he still doesn't really know. In the grand scheme of the entire draft, does not know much.
Yeah, I think like I looked this up like last week because I was curious. It's like how many like hits has like Mel Kiper like accurately predicted, and it's like two every year maybe, and it's like the first round. It's like the first pick overall, and like everything is like a miss up until like maybe there's like well I know for one when we drafted Taylor Lewan he had Taylor Lewan going to the Titans, which was a fucking duh. Like we needed an O lineman. Like
That's like saying it's I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Titans going to take Joe Alt. It's like, well,
yeah,
yeah, like we need an O lineman more than anything. But again, it's just they do. I feel like they do 20 of these things a year, like all these draft experts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, you can say like, well, I got like X amount right. It's like, oh, is that in every single one? Because that doesn't count. You don't get to do that. I could do that. I can make 30 mock drafts and be like, yeah, I got 25% of everything right.
yeah. It's like I and I'm looking this up now, and his highest ever score, he got 7 out of 32 correct, which that's not bad. I'll give you
Again,
that's not okay.
It's
That's not
probably
bad,
better
but
does
than
he
I could do.
submit like
yeah,
definitely. But does he submit like one? Like this is my official
I,
draft
I think like
mock
the day
draft?
before, or like a couple of days before the draft, he's like, "This is it. This is the one."
Okay, well then I mean yeah, 7 out of whatever, that's not great, but a hell lot better than I could do. I know it's a hell lot better than Stephen A could do. So I
yeah,
don't know.
It is very entertaining to watch the like there's a compilation on YouTube of Mel Kiper's just huge misses. Huge. He was like, Johnny Manziel is going to go first overall, and he's going to be the greatest quarterback to ever live. Hmm. Interesting how that worked out. I think he said that Julio Jones couldn't catch. Like he has just had some huge swings and misses. Like
He must have been talking about Titans Julio Jones.
I think he was also not super thrilled about Richard Sherman either. Like he was like, this dude can't play ball. Like
that makes sense. I mean, switch positions in college, like that's tough. But the guy's a baller.
One thing I I guess is kind of defending him. Do you remember what Skip Bayless said about Manziel coming out? coming out of the draft?
I do not.
He said Johnny Manziel would be a bigger star in Cleveland than LeBron James.
Oh.
I remember that. Yeah, that's the Manziel one. That one is like, damn.
Which I guess if you want to go out on a, like, say he was saying that Manziel will be the biggest Cleveland Cleveland sports superstar ever. I mean, he's got. I know he didn't do anything, but like from an outsider's perspective, he's got to be top 10. Just like, what's his competition? LeBron and some Cavs from like the 70s.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Brian
LeBron.
Hoyer.
LeBron is by far still the biggest star in Cleveland, even 4 years after he's left.
He's the biggest star and also arguably the most hated of all time.
Yeah.
So, what do we like? Jim Brown and like.
yeah, I mean, you could definitely say like most memorable athlete for a Cleveland professional sports team. Definitely
Just
top
most
10.
famous, just most famous, not
Yeah.
best, because you can get like, well, this guy for the Indians hit 370 in whatever year. It's like I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking most famous.
Yeah.
Manziel's top 10,
He's top 10.
arguably top 5.
There's an argument.
Is he?
I don't.
Is he above or below Baker? He's got to be below, right?
They wrote Baker out of town on like unfairly. They hated Baker at the end.
Yeah,
I mean, they hated Manziel at the end too.
I guess that's fair, but no, Baker actually did this. Baker's the best Browns quarterback ever.
Yeah, Baker got them to the playoffs.
It's Baker Mayfield
Won
and
a
Joe
game.
Flacco are the best Browns quarterbacks ever.
Accurate.
Since Bernie Kosar. Like, what do we like? And they hated Baker, and I guess I mean they love Flacco, but he's 75,000 years old. Whatever. Cleveland sports fans suck.
I mean,
They love to play the victim. They just love to play the victim.
Oh yeah.
And granted, they're good at it, but
they have a right to be the victim.
They do, but
they do have the right.
It's tough to argue. I mean, the Cavs were bad.
Yeah, but they're just assholes.
Yeah.
Like because I don't know what the LeBron hate level is like there. I wonder if they still he came back, got him some. Did he win 2 with Cleveland?
I believe it was 2.
2. So is everything's forgiven now?
So I think after he left the first time, it was like, this guy stinks. We hate him. And then he came back 1-2. And then they were like, we love him. And then he left. And then I think the general consensus was, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair that you left. I mean,
I don't remember.
We don't blame you for leaving.
I think that's the general consensus.
I mean, if it were me, I'd be like, I'll take 2. You can go.
Yeah, bye.
Like, if you want to go, like if you want to stay, great. But also if you want to go, it's like, thanks.
That's just funny. It's like, yeah, thank you for the rings. We don't blame you for wanting to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it's Cleveland. Like,
we'd leave too if we could.
We're stuck here.
If we weren't tight rooted down in this god awful city, we'd leave too.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark might be a top 10 most famous Cleveland athlete just for saying 2 positive things about Cleveland in her press conference the other day.
Was the women's championship in Cleveland?
The Final Four. The Final Four and the championship are in Cleveland. And I think it was after the Final Four game there. She was like, yeah, I love Cleveland. And everyone was like, oh, she said she loves it here.
Hey, you guys.
It's not so bad. look at
housing prices definitely rose after that statement.
Headline: Caitlin Clark, Cleveland's not that bad.
I just imagine like front page of the Cleveland Tribune or some made up newspaper. It's like Caitlin Clark parentheses not that bad.
God, I didn't mean for this to turn into the shit on the city of Cleveland segment, but here we are.
That's okay.
Yeah,
They know it.
Definitely didn't.
We have
Definitely
we have
didn't
tons of
expect that.
fans in Cleveland,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and we love them.
yeah. All our Clevelandites out there, shout out.
Okay, so while we are sort of on the topic of Caitlin Clark, uh, sort of, kind of,
we got there.
we got there. Iowa did lose in the finale of the women's NCAA tournament. So, but I know that Sean has the numbers for the viewership, which is definitely worth mentioning because Caitlin Clark is electric, as we discussed last week with her $5 million offer from Ice Cube.
Right. So for the first time ever, the women's basketball championship drew in more viewers than the men's national championship. The women's national championship grossed 18.7 million viewers, while the men's grossed 14.8 million. Maybe if you want your ratings to be better, don't schedule it for a Monday night at 9:30 Eastern time.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and like, don't get me wrong, love women, big fan of them.
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't sarcastic. I promise.
Big fan of women, trust me. Just kidding. All jokes aside, yeah, one of those was played on ESPN on Saturday or Sunday afternoon. The other one was played on TBS. TBS at 9:30 Eastern on a Monday. So I mean that. Who knows who would win in the ratings war, and ratings don't really mean anything. But that's still impressive that the women got that many viewers. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, we're not putting this down at all. It's more of a gripe for me that the college national championship for football and NCAA like basketball are on Monday nights. Bruh, I've got work tomorrow. I can't watch a 4-hour game. And like it starts at 8:30 Central Time. Like I'm almost 30. Like I gotta get to sleep.
Yeah, I've kind of just gotten used to the day, or whatever. The time though, I know it's been like with football and basketball, pretty much been the same time forever. I still hate it. There is no reason for these games to be starting at 8. We're lucky, honestly. 8:30 Central, like that's
Yeah.
a reasonable-ish hour,
Yeah, it is reasonable.
but it still ends at like 10:30, like the game itself, and then you have all the post-game pageantry and like I like to watch. I know it's overrated, but I like to watch One Shining Moment. I like to watch the compilation of all the cool moments we saw. I think it's awesome. But I was up to like 11 o'clock. It's like, bro, it's Monday night.
Exactly. That's really the point I'm trying to make is
That's
we need to
midnight
do
Eastern time.
we need to do something about this. We as a people need to unite and say no to this. No more of this.
Like, and honestly, maybe the women have it down. Sunday afternoon.
I mean,
Sounds like
I'm
a
not
lovely time for basketball.
Sunday at like 3 o'clock. That
I'm
sounds
not
pretty nice.
yeah, I'm not doing anything. It's like that's why I flipped it on, like
Like that's not a bad idea. Like Monday night, whatever, do it fine. Start it at like 7:30 East or Central. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like all the people that live on Eastern are used to things starting at like 8 at this point. If they've obviously have been there for long enough, but I feel like if you move to the Eastern time from any other time zone, you have to come to grips with sports are going to be later.
What time does Monday Night Football start? 7:30, 7:15 ish.
Yeah, Central.
Put it at that time. Central, yes. Put it at that time.
Yeah.
Like what? You think you're too good to start at the same time as Monday Night Football? Get out of
Everyone
here.
watches
I don't
Monday
care
Night
if it's a
Football.
national championship. Like start it at a reasonable hour.
Yeah, everyone watches Monday Night Football. Come on.
And I know we sound like a bunch of grumpy old men here. I tweeted this out. I've gotten to the age I don't like seeing the Final Four in a football stadium. I hate it.
Do you want to see the what?
The Final Four is played in a football stadium. I hate it.
Oh,
It's dumb.
Yeah.
They've done it. I mean, they've done it forever. I'm not acting like this is anything new. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I
God,
get why they do it, sell an ass ton of tickets, but why would you want to? Like, I see like the people like that was a big meme this year. I was like, oh, that's a foul, ref, and he's like a billion feet away from the court, and they're not even like terrible. Like for a football game, they'd be pretty good seats, and you can't see shit. So unless I had some like rich uncle who got me courtside seats, that would be like, or very low level seats. That'd be the only reason I would ever go to a football or a basketball game. There we go, in a football stadium.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then. Championship game, the new Nissan Stadium, 2027, Tennessee versus whoever final.
See,
You're not going just for the experience?
I also said this on Twitter. When the Vols are involved, logic can go just fuck itself.
Well, that's how all these other fans feel.
Thumbs up. But I feel like I would not spend $1 billion or whatever to sit up in like the 400s or whatever would be at that point, like the very top level. I would not. Like,
yeah,
even
you
if
can't really
Vols were
see it
there,
at that point.
yeah, like what's the point? It's like, oh yeah, I was there. It's like, cool. You didn't get
Were
to
you
see
really?
shit. It's like, yeah, you were technically like you didn't get to see anything. I feel like when you're that far up, like, yeah, you're part of the environment, but like, I don't know. It just for basketball, it feels like you're not really part of like the electric. Like it's part of like a lot of these college basketball arenas are very small. They're right on top of each other. That's kind of what makes it awesome. And now you're playing a basketball game in an NFL stadium. I just I get why they do it, and they sell out, so they're obviously never going to change it. But I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You know, sell an ass ton of tickets, make a fuckload of money. But also like, dude, like some of these college basketball games, they look like they're played in like a high school gym. Wouldn't it be awesome if like the national championship game was in like a high school gym? Kinda. It'd be cool one time.
It would be cool. I get why they would never do that, but
Of course.
just play it in like an NBA arena.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I just like you could still honestly make the same amount of money. Like you won't sell as much tickets, but you could still charge like a shit ton, and people would pay them because it's the national championship. So like, I just that is I've always known that. Like, I've known that the seats are terrible. I've known you can't see shit. It just never really bothered me until this year, and I was like, man, I guess I'm getting old. I'm getting mad at something that has nothing to do with me and likely never will.
Never say never.
I guess.
Okay, moving on. I know that Sean had something that he wanted to had a debate topic for us. Um, if you have that ready for us, Sean, something
Ugh,
about jerseys
me again.
and yeah.
Um,
It's a podcast, bud. You're on
I know.
it.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
gotta talk
so
again.
this is kind of something that has intrigued me for a long time. And I think I may see it more than others because of where we're located, being in Nashville. We get a lot of tourists and everything like that. But when you go to a sporting event, whether it be a Preds game or a Titans game, you see people walking around in just random jerseys. Like if you go to a Titans game and they're playing the Jags, you'll see some guy wearing a Dolphins jersey, and you're like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you here?" Um, is that wrong? Would you do that if you were in
Um,
a tourist city and you were just like, "Yeah, there's a game, let's go"? Would you guys walk around in your Titans gear?
no.
The
Um,
only the only time I would do something like this, let's say Victor Arvidsson plays for the Los Angeles Kings still, correct?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Does Kevin Fiala?
Okay, well, I don't have his jersey, so that's
Okay,
not where I'm
well,
going with this. if I happen to find myself in Los Angeles and whoever I was with was like, "Hey, got tickets to a Kings game, you in?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course, that'd be fun." If I happen to have my Victor Arvidsson Nashville Predators jersey on me, I consider wearing it. Like, I would consider it. It doesn't mean I definitely would, but I would be like, should I wear this? Because I'm definitely not wearing like, I guess I don't like hate the Kings, so I don't. Maybe I get like a hat, but I would not be wearing like a Kings like some whoever the hell they have on their team right now like jersey, like pretending to be like an actual fan.
right.
But
I think if you showed up to the Kings game in a Victor Arvidsson jersey, I
Preds
think
jersey.
yes, a Victor Arvidsson Preds jersey, I think that is acceptable. I think that because that guy is on that team, it's just the different jersey. It shows that you know what you're talking about. You recognize
Yeah.
that he's you kind of recognize that he's not on the team anymore. The
Oh
fact
yeah.
that you're wearing that jersey.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think that's acceptable. But as far as like wearing jerseys from a completely different team, no player likeness, uh I'm
Like
not
if
I'm not so
if
much
you're at a
about that.
if you're at a Titans game and they're playing some random just AFC rival, doesn't matter,
Broncos.
Broncos, and if you roll up in an Eagles jersey, that's not
Oh,
okay. Like,
that like even if you're from Philly and you're just showing up in like your Lane Johnson Eagles jersey, like
yeah,
no, go to hell.
that's
That's
not that's not cool because at least the only like I'm just thinking like NFL here because I guess I see it the most at NFL games just because I don't know, but the only way that I can like justify someone wearing a different team's jersey that isn't the team's playing in this stadium is if it's late in the year and it's a AFC matchup and someone walks in with like I don't know, like some other AFC team that has playoff implications. Like we need the Titans to win to like move up a spot or to clinch or something. So
I
like
was
I
like
see what you're
I'm
saying.
I'm repping my colors for y'all, but I'm here for my own selfish reasons.
that happened this like that didn't that happen this year when we were playing the Jags, was it? And like Steelers fans were at the game. Was it
Maybe
Steelers?
I believe so.
I didn't
And they
go.
were getting hyped. No, I mean I just remember
I
seeing
think
it
I
on
saw them
TV.
on the TV.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It might have. I'm pretty sure it was that game. It might not have been Steelers. That was a long time ago, but it was whoever. Now I think it was the Steelers. The more I think about it,
Hmm.
but yeah, that honestly, I respect that almost. I don't want to say more, but that's like
There's
you travel like. I guess Steelers fans are everywhere, but like that kind of implies you traveled a ways to watch this game,
I
and
think I think
I
there's
respect
levels
the
to
hell out of
this.
that.
There's levels to this. There has to be like a little bit of a reason that you're wearing that jersey, you know? But like if it's got nothing to do with nothing, just just wear like a t-shirt or like
Just
a hoodie.
just just
Or
neutral.
even just a
Just wear just wear like normal street clothes. Don't act like you're still a fan when like your team is playing at the same time that you're also coming to this game that you can't watch.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Um,
it
I also thought about this. I've never personally seen this, but like if we were at a Titans game and someone came in with a Ravens Steve McNair jersey, I'd want to fight him on sight.
it's on site. It is on
Really?
site.
Oh,
It's on site.
100%.
It's on site.
Hmm.
Like
I'm saying I'm not fighting him. I'm saying something. Like
it's a Tom Segura bet. I'll put my hand on your fucking chest.
yeah.
Hey man,
You better step out of here right now.
like if it's like a like fame like cool, yeah, Steve McNair did everything for this city and for this team, but he went like not no fault of his own, was traded to a hated rival. If you wear the hated rival's colors, you can go to hell. However, I mean this is a completely different scenario. If you're a Ravens fan and doing it as a troll, objectively that's hilarious. It makes me
Yeah.
furious, but it is hilarious.
That's how they know. That's how they know they got you.
And I know, like, you know what? I respect it. You did get me. I'm
Yeah.
very upset right now.
Yeah. It's a
I
solid
hate
prank.
you, but I respect you.
But
Solid prank,
also,
bro.
like people, like you brought up, like Dolphins and Titans. If you're wearing like a Dolphins Tannehill jersey, that's just weird.
That's
Like,
weird that someone owns that.
I mean, Tannehill had like a couple fine years with the Dolphins, to my recollection, but he was not like a franchise legend.
I mean, he was
Mhm.
first round for the
Cool.
Dolphins. I
Okay.
mean, I'm just saying. I mean, to justify their purchases, like
Yeah. Oh, I get like purchasing it, but
yeah,
if I like, I just don't see why you would wear that. Again, if you're like visiting from Miami, I guess, but like, that'd be weird.
yeah.
But that is a reason. There's a connection there. There's a
Yeah,
connection
there's
there.
something, but I don't know. I would still be like, even if I put myself in that guy's hypothetical shoes, I still don't know if I would do
Yeah. Yeah. If I were and I really have no reason to go to any sporting event that isn't my own, but if I were to, I would just neutral, like just street clothes, like I'm here to have a good time. And I
that. If I
think
like kind of like the team, I might buy like a hat, something,
yeah.
maybe a t-shirt. But yeah, I'm not getting like decked out or anything. Or yeah, like probably at least maybe like a similar color hoodie or something, depending on the weather. But yeah, no, that's and also this is I guess kind of the same. I remember growing up in Knoxville, we have the famous Knoxville Ice Bears.
Of
I
course.
remember people would wear Nashville Predators jerseys to those things. Don't know why. That always rubbed me the wrong way.
It feels out of place.
It's hockey and it's Tennessee. I get it. That feels like the most casual thing you can do. Like, hey, it's just Tennessee hockey. We're all in this together. It's like, no, they have nothing to do with each other. I don't care. Like, just
Most of those guys are plumbers on the side,
oh
so
yeah.
like
I mean, legitimately.
legitimately.
So, but it's just I don't. I mean, I haven't been in one of those games since I was a kid, but I remember being like a teenager being like, I don't like that. Something about that don't like. I know it's
Yeah.
not the same ballpark, but
So, okay, different scenario because this is what I texted y'all the second part of. Um, I saw a tweet last night that someone was wearing a Ellie Tolvanen jersey to the Preds Jets game. Ellie Tolvanen, former Predator, uh, put on waivers, got picked up by the Seattle Kraken. Um, that Ellie Tolvanen jersey was a Seattle Kraken jersey. Is that okay?
No, because we fucked up uh putting him on waivers. So that's there's that gives bad vibes. That's 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 the part where it's like that's not okay. We fucked up. It's like I don't know, kind of like wearing like a Kyle Turris jersey. Like,
ugh.
Well,
yeah,
That is my involuntary reaction anytime I hear that man's name.
it's a it's a former player on a different team who has played more games on the other team than they did for us. That feels like just I don't know what their angle was there. Like I can't put those
probably
pieces,
rubbing our face in it.
but like were they are they from here? Or were they just fans of Tolvanen? Or like I have so many
I think
questions.
that could be a troll jersey, similar to the Steve McNair Ravens jersey. I think this was a troll attempt.
I would have to ask the person where he's from. Like, I would need to, like, before I pass final judgment, because I know it's not the exact same, but I said, like, if I was in LA and had an Arvidsson jersey, I would consider wearing that. If this guy is from Seattle or is a Kraken fan, whatever, and he's like, yeah. But again, he doesn't play for the team, so it's definitely not the same. So I guess throw that logic out the window. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the tweet real quick.
So yeah, when it's the guy
Because
doesn't even play there, yeah, I like even if this guy is from Seattle and was in town on business, say, just hypothetical, and he wore that, that's still not that's weird.
see
At
this
at the worst, like at the base, like the worst or best, I guess it could be, is that's weird. It's either weird or a troll job, like Will
yeah,
said.
so this guy on Twitter thinks that, and I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't deserve a shout out because he's wrong. But he says that to me, it's not the same. It's supporting a player who once wore a sweater and is still a fan favorite. I say give him a pass. Um, I don't think
So
this guy's. I don't think this. I don't think he's a fan favorite first and foremost. And
he
then
was
he,
liked.
huh?
I think I agree. I think he was liked. It wasn't like
Yeah,
he was not like a fan favorite. He was liked. That's completely different.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then he goes on to say, and by that logic, y'all can't support anyone with a Weber jersey either. And I'm like,
There's holes in your
franchise
logic.
franchise legend versus guy who hasn't played or guy who's played more games for another team than us.
You can make
I
an
don't
argument that Shea Weber should have his number retired. I don't
could
think
make
it's a
them.
correct argument, but you could make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like I said, there's levels to this thing. Like if I just showed up at a random Preds game and someone had a Habs Weber jersey, I wouldn't be too mad, honestly, me personally. Just because yeah, he spent most of his career in Nashville and it was like and we traded him. So it's I don't know. I feel no malice there. I feel
Yeah, no, I don't
like
either.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But if I'm at a Preds if I'm at a Preds Bruins game and I see some guy in a Minnesota Wild Kaprizov jersey, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
Wear a hoodie. Wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, just wear the most wear a white undershirt for all I care.
Wear just a shirt that says "Who farted?" I would like that better. Like, come
I'm
on.
with stupid.
Like,
Yeah, so that guy's wrong, by the way.
Oh
Um he couldn't be more wrong. This is either a troll job or it is supporting a former player, which is stupid.
yeah,
If you're
especially
like,
Tolvanen. Yeah, he was. I
there
think
was a lot of hope there.
we cut him too early. I personally believe,
Mhm.
but he's not he was a young guy who didn't work out. You
yeah,
could say he didn't get a fair shake, but he at the end of the day he didn't really work out. That happens all the fucking time. What are we doing?
Mhm.
So yeah, just to wear it, yeah, correct. Unless yeah, that's weird.
well, Chris, do you see this when you go to baseball games too?
Not really. Occasionally you'll see like a weird hat. Like if I'm at like a Reds random team Pirates game, and there'd be like the guy wearing like a Detroit Tigers hat. I'd be like, oh, that's weird. But I'm never I don't know. If he was wearing like a jersey, I know. I guess we're kind of splitting hairs at this point. But I feel like wearing if he was wearing a Javi Baez Tigers jersey, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what do you like at that when you're wearing your jersey, you're repping the player as well.
Yeah,
So it's like, what the hell? This guy was hated by the Reds, had no connections to unless they're I guess if they're playing the Cubs because he used to play for the Cubs. But yeah, occasionally, and to answer your question, occasionally you'll see a hat, but never I've never noticed what the hell is that guy doing wearing this random jersey?
okay. Well,
Mhm.
like I said, it may just be like a Nashville thing because we're such a tourist hub right now, and maybe all these tourist cities have it. Um, but yeah, when I went to Colorado, I didn't really see any of that. Like at the Preds games, it was either Preds or Avs, and that was kind of it.
I
So
bet California and New York and probably
yeah,
Miami, especially hockey. I guess
well, I bet
really all Miami sports really. You'll
yeah,
probably get some weird ass jerseys or hats or whatever the hell.
Vegas, Vegas for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
But
say I went to a Preds game a couple weeks ago and I sat next to a group of five Canadian young men who are all from different provinces. Um, I talked to them, pretty nice guys. Um, all of them just wearing like hoodies, wearing just jackets. None of them repping each of these damn provinces' teams. Like
And
they know they're there. Yeah.
they probably bleed for those guys, whoever
Yeah.
their respective teams are, because they're Canadian.
Yeah. They
So
were hatched on the ice.
if they can just wear a pullover, then hell, you can too.
Mm-hmm. So
the I will say this, and then we'll move on. The only group that gets this pass, and it doesn't happen anymore because he's retired, are the traveling Yogs.
Yes.
thousand
Those are the
percent.
only those are the only guys that get a pass for everything we've said.
Yeah. No question. No question. Um, okay. Debate over. Um, all right. Christopher,
Yes.
are you ready? Are you ready for your UFL gambling corner?
I am ready. Before we get into the picks, just a recap of real quick, real recap of some of the drama that happened in the UFL last weekend. Did we talk about the Brahmas kicker, Destroyer, the YouTube
Yes.
Yeah.
guy?
Rest in
Um,
peace.
yeah, he's might as well be dead. He broke his
Yeah.
neck. Broke his neck trying to make a tackle on a kickoff. That's maybe why you don't hire YouTubers to be on your professional football team.
Maybe. I mean, dude was ripped, but yes, he's not a. He was a professional, I guess, but
For a year and a half,
yeah,
or a week and a half, excuse
yes, a week and a half.
me.
You can
But
call him that. But
I'm just saying, like, if you can't form tackle, you shouldn't be. Even if you're a kicker, you shouldn't be on the team
mhm.
because he just. And I don't know if you've seen the clip. I think SportsCenter might have tweeted it or posted it. It was he made the tackle, and a bunch of his teammates are kind of always like, "Oh, good tackle, good form, and everything." It's like, well, he broke his neck, so maybe not the
Yeah,
not
I
the
saw
best
that.
form.
I, I saw that play. He got like right back up, and I was like, he broke his neck on this play.
The guy tried to fight him. The guy tackle tried to fight him.
Yeah,
But yeah, that happened. The Brahmas came back from 19-3 down in the third quarter, and came back and won 20-19. We'll get more of that later, but big comeback. And then the Michigan Panthers kicker, shit, I had his name. I need to give him some props. I don't have it right now. Whatever his name is. He kicked another 62-yard field goal, so he is now hit from 64 and 62 in 2 weeks of the season. So that's pretty cool. He deserves some flowers. But now we'll get into the plays real quick. Renegades +2 against the DC Defenders. The Renegades, they're 0-2. They lost to the two best teams in the league, in the Stallions and the Brahmas. Where is it? Oh, sorry, my thing wasn't loading. The Defenders got hammered by the Brahmas, and they barely beat a not very good Houston Roughnecks team. Give me the Renegades +2. Might sprinkle money line. Showboats +7. They're going to be pissed off after their monumental collapse against the Brahmas. Had Brahmas -2 in that one. Right before the game, I was like, I should just take money line. Just take money line at like -125 or 120. But I was like, nah, what are the odds? Let's just take the -2. And then won by 1. So that's the lesson we learn, I guess. Roughnecks Panthers under 38.5. Neither team has scored more than 20 points in a game on the season. That's all you really need to know. Also, this Panthers kicker is lights out. Anytime they get within range, it's points. So they don't exactly push it to the limit in the red zone. Last one, Brahmas Battlehawks over 42.5. Highest total of the week. I just love both teams. I love both these teams. So let's have some fun over 42.5. And that is the lightning round of Chris's UFL Gambling Corner. 4 picks, 4 winners. We're getting back in the win column this week after a not great 1-3 start to the season.
I just locked all 4 of them in while you were.
Straight. Let's go.
And you should too, listener at home.
Also, I mean, last week I was only like dead wrong on one of the. I mean, I was wrong on 3, but I was only dead wrong on 1. Brahmas came back and won by 1, so I was that close. Battlehawks had a -5; they won by 3. So it wasn't like these were just terrible picks. Just some rough going, some rough. I don't want to say rough beats, but just the ball didn't bounce our way.
You were right,
Happens.
just not
Happens.
right enough.
I was right, and then the under I had was kind of a sweat because they were at 23, I think, at the half. I had under 40.5. I was like, oh, this is another fucking loser. And then I think they scored like 9 points in the second half. It was awesome. But yeah, 4 picks, 4 winners. We're back at it.
Hell yes. That is Chris's UFL Gambling Corner. Check back every week for free gambling picks. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to wrap it up here. Check out the Trendscenter app, link in the bio. Like I said, I'm up almost 4 units in the past week. I've really, for the most part, I've been only betting Trendscenter plays. Follow us on Twitter for that. We also have a daily Trendscenter play. It's kind of cold right now, but way she goes.
Also, like some fuck shit for those. Push in
Yes.
4 seconds, walk off air for the Orioles, and Bryce Harper just had his way with us on the Reds under.
Bending us over.
Yeah. But I did
Yes,
have
that was not fun.
Trendscenter play earlier today, Phillies money line. That was awesome.
Hell yes.
Nothing like
Again?
some midday gambling.
Yeah. Perfect way to get the day started. Check out Trendscenter app, link in the bio, free 2-week free trial. Normal trial is 3 days. Definitely worth it, especially if you gamble. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe really helps us out. We'll see you next week. What is it, Chris? Talking about
Just
especially if you gamble. This is
Yeah,
a
it's
gambling
like-
show.
This gambling app will come in handy, especially if you gamble.
What I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you said it right. It was just funny.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They're probably watching the show. They're probably fiending for some picks. They don't have to just take ours. They can take Trendcenters. All right, we'll check back with you next week. There's 3 of us now. Let's make some money.
All right.